No days off is the last 20 years of my life. A lot of sacrifices along the way. My family are on board, my wife's on board, my daughter's on board.
Anderson dunks it, and he showboats to the crowd.
There's no better compliment than longevity. It's an asset that every team loves.
Jamell Anderson with the pump fake, the two, counted.
You have to do those things that you don't want to do sometimes, but every time you do it when you don't want to do it, that's when it feels the best. Hi, my name is Jamell Anderson. I'm a small forward for the Sheffield Sharks, and you are watching No Days Off. A big shout out to my teacher at school, Mr. Tate, his name was. He really got me into basketball, and he said to me, listen, if you can dribble with your left hand, you can play basketball for the rest of your life. That was where I fell in love, and I've just never looked back.
Jamell is definitely a player that understands what it is to be a pro. On the court, you know, we have the saying, we like to say he's a dog. He does what it takes to win. He's aggressive defensively. He's flying around. He wants to challenge the team's best player. He's definitely set the tone for that for this team.
My greatest career achievement so far would be winning gold for England at the Birmingham Commonwealth Games.
Ray has the ball. England are brave.
Gotta have it.
Anderson dunks it for 13 apiece, and he showboats to the crowd who respond.
When there was an opportunity to represent England at the games, I took it with both hands. I still get goosebumps now when I think about it. And what a way to represent your own country.
He goes for two. It goes. The local lad is the hero for England.
The biggest challenge for me in my career was definitely the heart surgeries. I was 17 when I was first diagnosed with Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome. It was a difficult decision based on the fact that I'm choosing to have these surgeries so that I can play sport. The surgeon told me and my mom, you don't have to have these surgeries. You could just live a normal life. But if you want to play high-level basketball, which you are aspiring to, you know, you're probably going to have this surgery. I came back from the surgery, and within a few months there was a GB trial. At the time I was only playing like Division 3 basketball. GB saw something in me in that camp. I made the team, and once I saw my name on the jersey, it was like, whoa. And it's been a whirlwind since then, to be honest with you.
The historic two for English basketball. They've taken gold in a Commonwealth Games, and for the first time ever, Australia don't take the gold.
Once we get here, there's usually some pre-training routines. Could be going to the weight room and doing a group weight session with the guys. Everybody's got individualized plans, and that's done by Joe. So that gets you ready for practice and ready for the week. I like to keep myself young, and I think that when you're playing basketball, there's a lot of movements that you can't predict. You really want to kind of stretch your mind in terms of what you're putting your body through outside of basketball, so that when you get here, you feel prepared and strong enough to do all those movements. The first, 10, 15 minutes of practice, we're kind of just getting the movement going, blood flowing, and we get into a tough practice, T likes to push us to the edge. When you go to work every day, you want to be around people that you like. And we're in a very fortunate situation here that everybody likes each other. Now, don't get me wrong, we hold each other accountable, so that's important, but we get along. Everybody's got the same goal, everybody has a role, and we play it well, and fortunately for us, it's showing in the results.
The Sharks remain unbeaten since October on the home court.
A lot of sacrifices along the way in my career. My family are on board, my wife's on board, my daughter's on board. They completely understand the situation. I met my wife playing basketball, so I'm very thankful.
There's no better compliment than longevity, awards, whatever, but if teams constantly want you on their team and regard you highly as a player, then that's the ultimate, congratulations, good job, pat on the back. It's an asset that every team loves.
After practice, I'll hit the ice bath, do some stretches, make sure that my body is recovering from all the hard work that I just put it through. You have to do those things that you don't want to do sometimes, but every time you do it when you don't want to do it, that's when it feels the best.
Shots in one.
Really, it's just about kind of putting myself through the paces and then recovering from that and then doing it again the next day. Even if we're not here, I find time to go to the gym, stretch, and just make sure that the wheels are still moving all the time. Kind of have to do that at my age.
Shelby
You all right? Got a film crew with me today.
You never know when a twinge or something could be a little bit more sinister.
I've had injuries in the past few years. You know, I call them distractions. You're distracted from your goal, you're distracted from the moment, so you're thinking about, oh, when am I gonna be back? You know, what's coach think? No, right now, you're injured. So just focus on your injury. Get healthy, do what you're supposed to do, like I said before. You know, go and see the physio and listen to your body.
Play with a fractured ankle, why not?
Yeah, who does that? I don't know anyone that does that. That's crazy. I wouldn't do that.
All right, see you soon. Bye. The Super League is the UK's NBA. Everyone in America right now, they're watching all these European guys absolutely kill the league, which is changing their perspective, I think, on the European market. Here's an opportunity to see the up-and-coming players, and here's an opportunity to see a lot more European guys playing on the court. No days off is the last 20 years of my life. As you can see, like when I'm away from basketball, I squeeze the juice out of life. I really do. So I think no days off for me is, there's no excuse, you know? It's easy to say, you know what, I'm just gonna not do anything today. There's always something you could be doing to better yourself, and I'll find it. I wanna win every opportunity that we have to win, whether that's a game, whether that's the cup final, whether that's the playoff finals, whether that's the league. Going on from there, the Commonwealth Games next year, representing GB maybe in 3x3. I'm just looking for more opportunities to win. Thanks to everyone for watching my video. To check out more stories like mine, please like and subscribe.